Hello, my lovely friends. It is Friday. Well, I hope you're watching this on Friday because it makes sense to do our e learning on the day it's assigned. But just like last week, I'm going to go over the assessment with you and help you out a little bit. So, of course, natural disasters, weekly assessment week 3, you're going to press start. And it's going to take you to number 1. We are not going to read this whole entire thing together. We're just going to go over the few ones I want to. So, it's about the world's oldest computer. Question mark. So, it is quite a long passage. Make sure you are reading the entire thing. Yes, you need to read the whole thing in order to do well on this assessment. So, question 1. Read the sentences from paragraph 4. The object was covered with minerals deposited by small sea animals and plants. It was the size of a shoebox and had a rotten wooden frame. The object itself was composed of pieces of connected metal. So there's the COM right there. COM, that was one of the prefixes we learned this week. Think about the prefix COM. What does it composed of mean? So if something's composed of it, does that mean it's made up, taken off, falling short, or placed? Well, if I said my classroom is composed of fifth graders, that would mean made up. So number 1 is A. So you officially have one answer correct. Number 1 is A. The next one, read paragraph 5. This strange object was thought to be some kind of mechanism, perhaps an instrument or machine. At the time, no one paid much attention to it, but years later, the Anarchytheria mechanism would change our understanding of technology in the ancient world. What does the word mechanism mean as it is used above? So, this is a content area word. You have to think, what are we talking about in terms of a mechanism? Are we talking about a tool used by native people, a system of parts working together, a device once used on trading ships, a group of letters in a foreign language? I'm going to let you know right now, it is not D. It is not D. So you have between A, B, or C to choose from. Number 3 is another question about content area words, and we're talking about an archaeologist. Well, first off, we know the ologist is the specialist that studies the specific ology, okay? So you are going to be able to find the meaning of archaeologist as it is used above, okay? And number this one's a little bit different because there are two sentences, okay? So you have to pick two of these answers. It says read the sentence from paragraph 8. By 1958, the museum had been able to safely remove some of the materials. Select the two sentences that describes the effects of removing these materials. So this is a cause and effect question. What happened because the materials were removed? And two of them are going to be correct. Two of them. So click 2, okay? The next one, number 5, it is your short answer question. Based on the section Ancient Computer, which is down here, it's the last section, what caused scientists to be able to determine what the mechanism was? So here, you have to restate your question. The, you know, the section Ancient Computers caused scientists to be able to determine blah, 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 period, because blah, 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 period, blah, 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 period. Make sure you have a conclusion sentence. Your answer should be about a paragraph. You need to restate your question. You need to give me an answer. You need to give me details. You need to wrap it up. Okay? Some of you guys are still not doing that. It needs to be about a paragraph long. You can do it. Number 6, how does the photograph help the readers understand the passage? So there's a photograph at the very end, and how does that help us? Okay, what does it add to the text? Okay, just like how we talked about in class this week, how we had a chart and that how it helped us understand the categories better, how we had actual photographs, how we had computer design photographs. What do those add to the stories? How does it help us better understand things? Okay. So those are all the questions for reading. I am once again going to do all the grammar with you because I just want to do that with you guys, okay? Because Miss Kneifel's a nice lady. So read the selection and choose the best answers to each question. Blake wrote a report about having lunch at her friend Maya's house. Read the first part of the report and look for any changes she should make. When you finish reading, answer the questions that follow. So, lunch at Maya's house. When I ate lunch at my house, it was very ordinary. I am usually in a hurry. I often quickly make a salad, grab a sandwich, or just eat a granola bar. I was delighted to discover that lunch at my friend Maya's house was a lot more tasty and colorful than my usual lunches. At her house, lunch is considered a serious meal and is treated as such. I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45 a.m. Maya had told me to get there by 11:30. Maya told me not to worry since we had plenty of time to eat. She asked me if I had ever eaten crab empanadas. I asked her to define the word empanadas for me, and she told me that it was a fried pastry, but not one that is sweet nor dessert like. Okay, so apparently lunch at Maya's house is a great time. So read sentence two. I am usually in a hurry. I often quickly make a salad, grab a sandwich, or just eat a granola bar. Where should the conjunction because be placed in the sentence? Before I am, so because I am usually in a hurry. Before I often, so it'd be because I often. Before quickly, I often because quickly. Okay, that makes no sense. Or before or just. Because or just. Okay, all of those sound absolutely silly. Besides A. So our new sentence would be because I am usually in a hurry, I often make a quick salad, grab a sandwich, or just eat a granola bar. So number 7 is A. There you go. Another answer for you. The next one. Read sentence 5 and 6. I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45 a.m. Maya told me to get there by 11:30 a.m. How should the sentences be combined to create a complex sentence with a dependent clause and an independent clause? So we're going to be adding a subordinating conjunction here, okay? Maya told me to get to her house by 11:30 when I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45. Okay, well number 1 doesn't make sense cuz why would she tell you to arrive at 11:30 when you arrived at 11:45 like there? That wouldn't make any sense. So we're going to cross out A or number 1. When I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45, Maya had told me to get there by 11:30 a.m. Once again, that one just doesn't make sense. So we know it's not to. Maya told me to get there by 11:30 unless I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45 a.m. Okay, well that's not what Maya said. Don't get there. Wouldn't say get there at 11:30 unless you want to arrive at 11:45. That doesn't make sense. So our only option is D. Although I arrived at Maya's house at 11:45, Maya had told me to get there by 11:30 a.m. So our subordinating conjunction we added was although, and we have our comma there adding them. So number 8 is D. Okay, look, you just got another answer. Woot woot. And our final one on complex sentences is about sentence 9. I asked her to find the word empanada for me, and she told me that it was a fried pastry, but one that is sweet nor dessert like. So that nor is part of those what correlating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, or however you say it, and they need the two. So we need to add neither to make nor right. Where should the it's right there. Correlative conjunction neither be placed in the sentence? Should it be before told, before fried, before sweet, before nor? So before told. And she neither told me that it was no, or before fried. I was a neither fried pastry. Okay. It's not going to be a neither fried pastry. Should it go before sweet? But it was one that is neither sweet nor dessert like, or should it be before nor? That it is sweet neither nor. Yeah, no. Clearly the only answer is C. So C is number 9. And of course, you need to finish the test entirety. Do your personal best. If you have any questions, you don't understand something, let me know. After you finish the test, be sure to read for AR. So many of you still need AR points. And guess what? AR is due on Friday the 18th. So make sure you get it done. If you have any questions, please let me know. So hopefully you're viewing this video as step number 1. Like I said, step number 2, actually take the assessment. And step number 3, read for AR. Happy e-learning day. Well, I'll see you guys on Monday. Let me know. Well, email me if you guys have any questions. Okay. Have a fabulous day.